Listen to the theme. How do you know you're going to applaud for her? I haven't even told you about it yet. She's awesome. I got to meet her somewhere around 6 or 9 months ago. She has wonderful people around her. She is very much concerned with the people around her, and I suspect the people she presents to. 17 years in the business, success at a high level. She is going to share some great stuff with you today. And so Cindy Schneiderman, please come on up and take the floor.
Good morning. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Again, my name is Cindy. Thank you, Mike. That was awesome. And Scott did a great job. I kept looking at his PowerPoint thinking, oh boy, he has some really good PowerPoints. So that's not my forte, but that's okay. So anyhow, I'm going to talk about turning average into outstanding. So think about that. Who wants to be average anymore, right? Average is gone. You need to be outstanding. You need to be above everybody else. You need to be seeking to be the highest where you can be, especially in this business. Like Mike said, I've been in the business 17 years, and I want to give you a little bit about my story, because you need to know where I came from. So when I started in the business, I was actually 17 years ago. What I was doing was I went to an interview, and the ad said Mom's Hours, and I thought, okay, I'm a mom, this is good. And so I went to the interview, not even knowing what it was. And when I got there, the guy said, you need to go take this class for 2 days, study for 1 day, and then go take your exam. And I was like, all right, sounds easy enough. So I did that. And when I came back to the office, you know how people say, are we going to get leads? Are we going to get this? This is 17 years ago. I was not given anything. I wasn't even given a script. So what I was given was this. You guys know what this is? A lot of you young people probably have no clue what this is. It's a phone book. And I was told, take this phone book, sit and call. In fact, my husband always says that he has my old phone books where I would just check off and I would call. And I would call businesses, and what I would say to them is, how do you like your health insurance? At this point, I was doing health insurance. And they would say, well, we hate it. And I'd say, great, I'll be out tomorrow. And I did really well with that. I did that for about 5 years. Well, then Obamacare hit, and I was like, okay, what do I do? By this point, I was working on my own, and I didn't know where to turn. I had no idea. So I kind of took sidetrack from insurance. I was still doing it, but not full time. And that's the kiss of death in this business. So if anybody ever thinks you're going to try something else and do insurance, it's not going to work. And I always tell my agents that too. So I went ahead, and I got that business up to $100,000 a year, calling out of a phone book, which 17 years ago wasn't really bad, right? So $100,000 a year, calling out of a phone book. And then I decided I was going to go work for a captive company, because I had taken 5 years and I was doing all these different things. I was still helping my clients who were on the books, and to this day, I still get checks from those clients, which is crazy from 17 years ago. But I decided to go look and work at a captive company. And I answered the ad, and it's funny because the way it started was my kids were working at State Farm, and they were calling out of a phone book, and I was like, what are you guys doing? You're making $8 an hour, the agent's making all the money, you need a better job. It's funny that I'm telling them that when I'm not even doing what I'm preaching. So I said, I'm gonna find you a better job. So I went online and I looked on Craigslist, and I found an ad that said leads, 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 100% union company, and I thought, I need to check this out. Because when you're in this business, they say leads, don't you get excited? Yeah, we do. So I went and checked it out, and I was hired immediately. And I started on as an agent, within a couple weeks moved into management, and then was asked to go open an office. So that was in the Quad Cities. So in the Quad Cities, we were there for 4 years, and I was able to meet Jericho and hire Jericho. And I did the same thing to him. I said, Jericho, go study for this test, come back, see me, and I'll give you some leads, you can go on the field. So Jericho was with us for about a year, and he decided to leave. And I was like, all right, he's leaving. I didn't know why, well, I kind of did know why. And about 3.5 years into the business, I started looking at the opportunity, and I was like, wait a minute. We're talking to people who are older. We're selling them a product that's 4 years graded, and it's higher than anybody else. Who wants to sell a healthy 62-year-old a 4-year graded product? So I knew it was time for me to move on. So when I did that,